question, but another question we have. There is so much to say about here. But my final question here was the comparison of trust that we want others to have in us versus how much trust we place in them. Is it the same? Do we always give the amount of trust we expect in return?
It's a cheery question. I don't know that there's a simple answer.
We didn't say we do easy things on this.
That's right. We don't want simple questions. I mean, what I would put out there is that I think trust is the fundamental currency that we have with each other, and trust underpins our financial currency as well, right? So if you think, the banknotes or the digital format of the banknotes that we rely on are based on trust, that I give you this currency and you give me goods in return because you're gonna that money has a value, right? And that's all based on trust. It has no intrinsic value. It's a trust-based system, and trust is the currency that we operate with each other. So as I sort of opened at the start, this sort of the sense of prediction, the predictability that we have with each other, that if I behave in a certain way, that you're going to behave in a certain way back again. And that sort of trusting in from the extremes of the laws of nature and physics around us that sort of bind us together, to our interactions with ourselves and to our understanding of our own sort of selves and mental outlook. And I guess this is where mindfulness comes back in and can help us, because it can help us understand ourselves. Because a lot of people, particularly when they are having difficulty with their mental health, don't feel that they can trust themselves or other people, right? It's one of those two things break down catastrophically, either because something's really happened or because of the perception that things have happened, right? And so that erosion of trust, that collapse of trust can be catastrophic for our mental health and well-being, which has a knock-on effect to our physical health and well-being. So using mindfulness as a tool to navigate our own mental landscape, to understand actually what's going on, to recognize thoughts, feelings, emotions for what they are, and to help us piece together the narrative of our lives where appropriate, can help us restore a narrative of trust within ourselves, which can help us build trust again with other people. And I think fundamentally, if we don't trust ourselves, we're never going to trust other people, because I think fundamentally those two things contradict. They can't work side by side. I think if you might need other people, right? If you don't think you can trust yourself, but I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can really trust other people. He says.
I think
more thought required.
Yes.